Hello, everyone. My name is Mickey Collins. I'm the COO here at Alchemy 365. And today we're going to discuss a very important topic, one that has fallen and seemed to have fallen, at least, to the black hole of the internet. We're talking about ERP pricing. So, whether you're a small business that is on Excel spreadsheets, or maybe you're on QuickBooks, or even pen and paper, and you're thinking about moving to the cloud, one single source of truth, combine all your data processes, that type of stuff, but you think it's way too expensive. I'm not going to be able to do that. Or maybe you just have no idea what it costs and you're not sure. I've been there as well. You go through the sales process, the discovery call, the demo, and the proposal, and you look at it and you're totally blown away. You have no idea what to expect. We're going to cover all that in this video here for you. Um, from the two ends, the licensing end and also the implementation end. So those are the two parts. The first part you're very familiar with. It's per user per month. Now, ERP is not a SaaS. You can't just pay the user per month fee, plug it in, and start going. It's combining all your business processes, so it's a lot more complicated than that. But for the per user per month basis, you can probably expect to pay somewhere between $70 and $125 per user per month. That's just a wide range that goes based on several vendors, whether you're going with Microsoft Dynamics, Business Central, NetSuite, Acumatica, Sage, any of those ones that service the SMBs or the large size businesses. You're looking somewhere in that range. Now, the second part is where the majority of the costs comes in. It's the implementation. So if you go with a Microsoft, for example, or even a NetSuite, odds are they're not going to come out and implement the software themselves unless you're a very, very high profile business. So what they do is they send it out to their partner base. So you'll have to choose a partner to implement the software for you. Now, how much does that cost? That is a complicated question. It's a very wide range. We'll try to nail it down here for you based on your type of business as best we can. So the way to think about it is rather than a flat fee of how much does it cost, it's how many hours. So these consultants will charge you on a per hour basis for the lifetime of the implementation. So these consultants will probably charge anywhere from 225 to 275 on the high end, maybe even $300 per hour, depending on who the consultant is or who the implementation partner is. Now, you can find other partners such as Alchemy 365, and there's plenty of other people that do that. That if you pay up front, they'll give you a discount. For example, here we charge $205 per hour if you pay ahead of time up front for a 100-hour block. Hours never expire. You use them whenever you want. And there's plenty of other partners that do it that way as well. So it's a good chance for you to kind of save some money. Now, the $1 million question, or hopefully not $1 million, you don't want to spend $1 million on this implementation, but the big question is how many hours? So the basic way to run through it is it depends on how your business, how many customizations, data migration, how many processes, complicated processes your business has. So if you're a small business just getting started, you just want to go live, you just need the finance section and maybe some other basic features that come out of the box. I would say a good rule of thumb is about 100 to 200 hours to get that live. If you're a medium-sized business, maybe you have some data migration, you have some customizations you want, maybe the base out of the box software doesn't do it for you, so you need a consultant to kind of configure some things for you. I would say a good estimate is to range between 300 and 500 hours if you're a medium-sized business like that. Now, if you're a large-sized business, very complicated business processes, a large data migration, very complicated customizations, I would say you should range from 500 to even over 1,000 hours to get something to go live. Now, it's important to mention that we're talking about small, medium, and large-sized businesses. We're not talking about enterprise, the Microsoft F&Os, the SAPs. That's a whole different ballpark. We're not talking about that here. We're strictly talking about small, medium, and large-sized businesses. So based on that information, the customizations you need, the size, the complexities. On the low end, you can maybe expect to spend about $25,000, and then you can go all the way up to $250,000. Now that's just a range. That's just an estimate. It might be more, it might be less, but that's kind of a good rule of thumb based on your complexities and your size of business. Now, if you're really interested in kind of nailing that down further, what we have at Alchemy 365 is we actually have an implementation calculator where you can type in what industry you're in, how many users you need, guesstimated hours, and it will spit out a detailed estimate for you. Now we can go break that down right now. Just let me dive right into the calculator. All right, so here's your implementation calculator. You just go to Alchemy 365, alchemy-365.com. We have a little view pricing tab up here. You just click on that, and it's very simple. It's just four simple steps to get an idea of how much it would cost for you to implement Cloud ERP. So first name, last name, company website, email, phone number, pretty basic information, and then just industry. So here at Alchemy 365, we service four key industries: cannabis, construction, distribution, manufacturing. If you're not one of those four, that's fine. You can still use the calculator. Just click other. You also get a decent idea. But as mentioned earlier, some of the other industries might need some additional functionality than the base software itself, such as cannabis needing metric integration or seed to sale tracking, construction needing project accounting, project management, that type of stuff. So these per user per month licenses cost a bit extra. But if you're just a regular distribution or manufacturing company, let's for instance just click on distribution, just make it easy. Click next, and it'll go into our implementation calculator. So, like we mentioned earlier, we do block pricing at 205 per hour if you pay up front, or hourly pricing. You can choose either on here just to get an idea. We'll just click block pricing just to kind of make it simple and get the lowest cost. Hourly estimate, let's just say for a small distributor, you don't need much, so it's going to take us 150 hours. So you get a kind of a basic idea of what the implementation will cost. You click next. Number of user licenses. Let's say we're a small, we only need, I don't know, 15 users. So that's $1,050. That'll be your per user per month licensing. You can fill that in however you like. Just basic math. Just here, those distribution licenses are $70 per user per month. Click next. And here I'll ask you, maybe you have some questions or additional requirements you want to talk to us about. You can click yes, schedule a call. If not, if you just want to get a general estimate, you can just click no. I'm just curious for now. Completely fine. Now, what you do need to click submit here is we'll email a copy of your estimate. You'll get a detailed itemized estimate. So when you're budgeting, maybe you want to show your boss, or maybe you want to get an idea of how to budget for next year, you'll kind of have that in your back pocket for later. You click submit. And like I said, it's that simple. I'll give your licensing costs, your total implementation costs. We break all this down for you via email, and you're good to go. So this is how you kind of fill out the implementation calculator and going to get a general idea, numbers wise, of what you'll be working with when it comes time.